Here's everything I did as a hobby game dev on YouTube in 2025. In total, I only uploaded 5 videos, which is the first thing I want to improve for this coming year. Additionally to these 5 videos, I worked on some other videos, which either never seen the light of day or I took offline during this year as I wasn't happy with their quality anymore. Better start taking some more videos offline then. Shut up! Today we're gonna talk about the videos which are still online though, as well as the video I uploaded in 2026, but I worked on it at the end of 2025. First, let's go all the way back to the beginning. I meant to the beginning of the year. The first video I did in 2025 was a cozy skiing game I made back in February. Now, you might think I did this because I like skiing and I'm like really good at it or something. But that's not the case. In fact, I suck at skiing. And looking at the view counts, I frankly don't have the budget to change that. Still, the game was fun to make, and while playing it, I really felt as if I was somewhere in the Swiss Alps. Or the Rockies. Or like, wherever the best place to ski is. Without the code though. Without the friends. Well, let's just move on, shall we? Afterwards, I worked on and uploaded 2 more videos, which I've since taken offline. So we can just go ahead and skip right to the end of May. Normally, games grant players an unlimited amount of attempts to beat it, even if you suck at it. And that's boring. It takes away all the fear of failing and having to accept that you will never be able to beat that game. Which is exactly why I decided to make a game that each player can only play once. Looking back at it now, I should have made a game that involved at least some skill though. But yeah, too late for that now. It's basically just a glorified version of rock, paper, scissors. With the small twist that if you lose once, the game is over for you. And you can't play the game again. At least that's what I told everyone in the video. There might be an easy workaround, but who knows. Let's continue before I tell you how to do it. Somehow we find ourselves in September already. I decided it was time to take part in a game jam. Oh, you don't know what a game jam is? Well, a game jam is, if you really don't know what a game jam is, it's basically just a bunch of people coming together to make a game in a given time limit, and often with a given theme the game has to resolve around. I participated in the mini jam 191 with the theme Sky and the limitation of constant descent. The game I made for the jam is called Fella with an Umbrella, which is probably the most exciting part about this game, since in the game itself you just fall from the sky and try to use the clouds to bounce up. Oh, and you can use your umbrella to slow down and steer a bit better, but that's about it. Okay, but the next game is seriously better. In October, I uploaded what I would consider the best game I made that year. It was made for another game jam, this time the second Breckies game jam of 2025, one of the largest game jams out there. This jam gave us a time limit of, I think it was a week, to make a game fitting to the theme Risk It for the Biscuit. I still think you can argue that almost every game fits that theme in some way, but who am I to judge? My game for this jam was a lab-based speedrunning game in which you choose the map, your time limit for the round, and your abilities, based on which you are rewarded points. Meaning you can risk it by choosing a more difficult setup for the biscuit by getting more points. Yeah, whatever. The movement for the game felt really smooth though, and I genuinely remember having fun playing my own game, which is something I can only rarely say. I also received a lot of positive feedback on the game, and I might revisit it one day. Maybe even this year. Let me know if you'd like to see that. But of course, I couldn't leave the year with such a banger. For the last video I uploaded in 2025, I tried to make a game in not 3, not 2, not even 1, but 0 hours. You might think, well, that's impossible. But you forgot to add me into your calculations. Well, maybe I had some help from daylight saving time. See, some random night the time was set from 3 AM back to 2 AM. Meaning if I start working on this game at 2 AM, work for an hour and finish the game before the clock hits 3 and it's reset back to 2 AM, I would have made it. So I did exactly that. And at the end of the night I could actually say I made a game in 0 hours. Only problem was nobody seemed to care, as the video never even reached double-digit views. But hey, nobody can take the story away from me. Now that were all my uploads of 2025. We'll probably have to up this number in 2026. The first step towards that has already been taken in 2025. Before the year was over, I made yet another game that I needed to have ready and uploaded on the first day of the new year. That's because the idea of the game is that it gets more difficult every day of 2026. The player just has to cross the road. Well, maybe I should word it differently. This very original game idea involved the player getting to the other side of the highway without a car hitting him. And with the car speed increasing ever so slightly every day, I made a game that is the easiest on the 1st of January and the hardest on the 31st of December. that pretty much wraps up this recap of what I did in 2025. Looking at the views, you've probably not seen a single of these videos. But hey, maybe this very video is your gateway to watch my upcoming videos in 2026. I actually do have some exciting videos planned for this year, and you should definitely subscribe to my channel to not miss them. Wait, you're telling me 2 months have already passed? Well, that's bad. Don't worry though, I'm about to log in real quick. And while you're waiting for the next video, just go ahead and watch the one video I've already uploaded this year. Thanks you.